Merry meet Virgo, Virgo sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Virgos starting today, the 19th of May, 2024. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Shirley and the lovely I Am Her Eminence. Moderating on Twitch is the lovely Honeypaw. Thank you so much, moderators. And thank you, Virgos and friends of Virgos, for joining us today. Today we are reading with this Tarot de Maria Salia, gorgeous little bridge-sized deck, which I love to work with. I've already purified with this Eau du Coq, which is no longer available, but I have put in the video description a link to a very similar cologne and also to purchase this deck should you desire to do so. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. I'm so happy to be here giving you this 2-week reading. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, you can always fast forward through the shuffling right to the reading by using the timestamps. But if you're live, or if you feel like watching shuffling, welcome. Welcome to my shuffling channel. If you're on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us there. We have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. And at the moment, that's still a bunch of affiliate links, which means that we make a small commission off of each and every sale. But we are getting very close to a soft launch of our new shop, and we'll let you know when that's happening. Plus, there will be a full-on launch of the full-on shop sometime in June. So stay tuned. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. On YouTube, you can use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. We appreciate your support. Remember that this goes out to a lot of Virgos, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, or remember that we have a daily reading for all signs every day except for Monday. You can find the most recent of the tarot streams right on the website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in that main menu. All right, Virgos, I think we have shuffled to our heart's content. So I'm going to give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Virgos for the next couple weeks. Starting off with the 9 of coins, followed by the 5 of coins, and then the 9 of cups. The magnetism is off the charts. You are magnetic to everything. You're just a magnet. But it's not only a magnet for everything you want, it's a magnet for everything. So you've got to be very careful not to be indulging in too many fear thoughts. Now, that doesn't mean that you should suppress the fear thoughts, because suppressing something even makes it more powerful. You want to look at what you're afraid of, because some of you are afraid of money or afraid of financial problems or whatever. So you want to look at those fears, but you also want to dispel them. And you can just dispel them by thinking rationally with your mind. If you're like, oh, what am I afraid of? And then you acknowledge what you're afraid of. Let's say you're saying, I'm afraid that I won't have enough money for retirement. Let's just say that's what it is. Just say I have, and then you just recognize that I am a child of the universe. I have amazing power, and I have the power to create whatever I want. And what I want is to have financial security, and I have that financial security. And infinite intelligence is always on it. Infinite intelligence always has my back, and infinite intelligence is meeting every need at every moment of time and point of space, those kinds of things. So you're just addressing your fears and telling yourself the truth so that you can dispel those fears, not pretending like you're not there. That's toxic positivity. When we say, oh, no, everything's cool, everything's fine, when you're just like pushing down the fear until you can stand on it, that actually gives the fear power. So yeah, look at the fear, like, okay, thanks for sharing, but you're not true. and just remind yourself, use wonderful statements of positive truth to remind yourself that all is well. because all is well. And you want to turn that magnet toward the things that you want. And again, you don't want to overindulge in the fear. Just acknowledge it and turn it around, and then start talking about what you want. What do you want? Right now, it's a really good time for you to make a bunch of lists and things like that. Many Virgos like lists. I like lists, but I'm not a Virgo. But a lot of Virgos like lists. If you don't like lists, you don't have to use the list technique. But write out, if you are a list person, write out all the stuff you want. Just point your magnet at everything you want. Make sure it's somewhat in your sphere of influence so that you actually, you have a lot of power over it. Make sure that you're looking at stuff that is at least somewhat possible, but you don't want to limit yourself either. So write out, what do you want financially? What do you want with spiritually? What do you want, with a home, or what do you want? And take time. Take time over the next couple of weeks to really focus on what you want. And when the fears come up, that's fine. Just acknowledge them and flip them around and start to affirm the truth instead of letting the fear take over, right? Oh, you know what? I was just being a little absent-minded. I want to make sure this is shuffled and cut properly so I'm not giving you some bogus reading. Oops. Clean cut, Ariel. Come on, there we go. All right, let's see. We've got the 4 of Swords. The 4. You are doing great. The 4 of Cups. And then the 2 of Cups. All right, the 4s. So you've got 2 9s and 2 4s. What is that? Moon and Jupiter. Magnetism and expansion. Magnetism and expansion. Now, this 4 of Swords is saying to disengage from conflict, and that is inclusive of this internal conflict. Don't let yourself churn about things that you think might happen. Don't let yourself churn. Acknowledge it and pluck it out. Acknowledge it and supplant it with a positive thought. Stay really focused on disengaging with the conflict, both internally and externally. It looks like you are doing that. It just can be a challenge sometimes, but you're doing great with it. It looks like to me. When you do that, before I forget, and this 4 also is the Jupiter in regards to your inner world. So it's talking about a regular practice of some sort. That can be a spiritual practice, a meditational practice, a prayer practice, a magical practice, a law of attraction practice, some sort of practice that, or it can be psychotherapy, it can be all of the above, whatever your thing is, but doing it daily, doing something every single day, each and every day. I guess you're not going to go to the therapist every day, but you know what I mean. Some kind of a program that you put yourself on. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be super time consuming. It can just be a few minutes a day, but something you do every day, like every day you ground and center, every day you meditate, every day, you do something. And you have that sort of daily ritual where you are focusing on that inner, and you're focusing on that spiritual path, whatever that means to you. These 2 4s together, you disengaging with the conflict and committing to a daily practice, are causing that Jupiter energy to really expand your good, to exponentially expand your good. What you don't want to expand is your fear, right? So you want to make sure that part of that daily spiritual practice is uncovering fear and eliminating it, so that you can turn those magnets toward what you really do want. And there's a lot of magnetism, a lot of it. The magnetism for money is off the charts, and the magnetism in general is off the charts. This is the ultimate magnet card, because the Suit of Cups is very, very lunar anyway, and then the 9 is the moon. And think of what the moon does to the tides. It brings them in, it brings them out. It handles all the cycles. All of our cycles here on Earth. It's extremely potent, powerful, and essential energy. Well, you have your own version of that. You have your own version of you're your own moon in a way, and you have a lot of influence over things that you probably don't even realize. And the more you can really take charge of your mind and be very purposeful with your spiritual practice, you can, as I said, point that magnet toward whatever you want. Now, what you don't want to do is point the magnet toward what you want and say, well, where is it? That's not the right kind of magnetism. You don't want to magnetize impatience. You want to magnetize and recognize that the moon does control the tides, but the tides don't come in a second. They come in at intervals, and so is your good. So all of the good that is coming into you is going to be coming in at intervals, and it's going to be coming in during its own phase and its own timing, and it's going to be perfect. So you don't want to try to push that. You want to leave it alone and let your magnetism do the work for you. Your job isn't to say, oh, hurry up, or oh, hurry up. Your job is to disengage with the conflict and to uncover and transform fears, and doing that on doing that daily practice so that you can clear your magnetic field to pull in what you want. And like I said, the smartest thing for you to do, since this magnetism is on steroids right now, is to write things down. What do you want? What do you want? You can spend you can't overdo this. What do you want? What don't you want? You can eliminate the things you don't want, and by turning your magnet away from those things on your list, these are you can do a list of, I don't want these things, and then cross them off one at a time and flip them around into something that you do want, and take time every day to think about, what do you want your life to look like? What kinds of things do you want? And it can be very practical things. Don't feel selfish. There's nothing, you're not taking anything from anybody else. This is not selfish. It's taking advantage of the magnetism that's occurring in your life right now for whatever reason. I mean, I don't know why you're so magnetic, but you are. And so take advantage of it. Don't allow that magnetism to pull things that you don't want, but do make sure that it's pulling in things that you do want. And there's so much of it. So I'm excited for you, super excited. Okay, this is you don't have any trump cards, so there's no meditations for you that are indicated, nor are there any sixes, which is usually the solar light meditation. So this is all about you doing things on your own. Daily spiritual practice, make those lists or something like it, really focusing on what you want, eliminate the fears, and like I said, disengage from conflict. And also cool your jets. Don't try to push things. Let things happen as they will. And this one here is not only let things happen the way they are, the way they will, let yourself be where you are. There's no reason, Virgo, for you to push yourself into thinking you should be farther along, or that you're not doing it fast enough, or you're not good enough at something. Let yourself be exactly who you are right now. If you weren't so perfect the way you are, this wouldn't be showing up here. So you don't want to push yourself. Let yourself be. Let yourself be. Take advantage of the wonderful magnetism that is occurring in your life right now. Don't waste your magnetic period of time this next 2 weeks ruminating on what's not working, ruminating on what you're afraid of, wishing that you were farther along, or any of that nonsense, because then you're going to draw that stuff to you. So just for this next couple of weeks, do your best to acknowledge those negative thoughts when they come up and turn them around, and spend the bulk of your time on figuring out what you want. You don't have to worry about how. You don't have to worry about how. The magnet will take care of how. You just have to worry about the what. And it's amazing. You're doing so well. I'm excited for you. All right, thanks so much for being here today. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much to the amazing moderators. Today we had the lovely Shirley, the lovely I Am, Her Eminence, and the lovely Honeypaw. Thank you so much, moderators. And thank you so much, Virgos and friends of Virgos. We'll see you in 2 weeks for another 2-week reading. Blessed be.